What's up, everyone? This is Thomas Donahue from the Driver's Apex. We just got back from our 2,800-mile ride in the Honda CR-V, and then today, let's get the M3 out. So it's monsoon season. It's supposed to rain at like 5 o'clock or so. I say we fire this bad boy up. Hasn't been driven, I guess, in like a week or week and a half or something like that. So we're going from 168 horsepower to 333 horsepower. Let's kind of get my initial thoughts on what the power difference is. Oh, hopefully I unlocked it, not locked it. All right. Oh, my gosh. This bruised bone on my knee is really, really painful. Isn't that the worst when the steering wheel is locked? And let's see if I can. Hold on, let's see here. All right, it's unlocked. I had to use both hands. Sounds a lot sportier than the Honda CR-V, that's for sure. We'll ignore the windshield wiper fluid bottle issue.
I like its stock exhaust. I don't like the protruding tips, but I do like the sound of it. I think for me, stock exhaust, carbon fiber airbox, I think that's probably one of the best setups.
And then the wheels, I got an update on the wheels.
They are now disassembled, off to the powder coater, and then I get to pick the color, which we're gonna keep probably the same kind of
Dark gray, silver, something like that. Maybe I'll post like a poll or something on my Instagram. So what I'll do is I'll get this video out, we'll post a poll, and then we'll see what everyone's thoughts are. Look at that, man. Let it rain is what we say here, and well, here in Dove Mountain, but just in general in Tucson. Let's let it rain. Then, of course, let's let it warm up. Not to let it go above 2,500 RPMs. Forgot what it's like to paddle shift. So yeah, so we'll do the boring part. We're gonna go to a store that's a little bit farther away, and then we can kind of romp on it a little bit. Peel wheel off the start. Let's ease into it, and then we'll do a second gear pull, something like that. It's fast, but no, man, that CR-V and its 168 horsepower. I have it in sport. Of course, I have the air conditioning, but still, it is a quick car. Don't get me wrong. What do you think?
I'm sick.
That was fun.
I know, right? Sorry.
Kind of like a Syria.
My brain went scroll. This is a really nice ride. Like, I do enjoy.
Me too. It is quick. Do I wish it was a little quicker? Of course. Absolutely. There's ways to make it a little bit quicker. I don't want to make it, like, ridiculous, but I think we're going to soften this ride up. So I think we're going to put the stock suspension back on. And then if it's too soft and it's too floaty, then I'll convert it to like a Coney shock and spring setup. But I don't have any of the original suspension pieces, and it makes more sense to buy a used low mileage set of struts and springs and stuff, and then convert it over to the Coneys or something like that. I just don't think I want to keep a coilovers set up in here. It's too stiff. You felt it back there. It was silly stiff going from the CR-V. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, let's see. I mean, yeah, it's not slow by any stretch of the hand. But I think getting the suspension taken care of, and then we'll work different feeling versus the CRV. Got a little vibration in the steering wheel.
I know it's making.
When you feel like, when you haven't driven the car for a while, you can start to feel like little things that are just not quite right. So stuff I need to look into. And these tires are brand new up front, so I doubt they were chopped up or anything. Just by the alignment being off by the tiniest margin. It just pulls very slightly to the right, but it's enough to annoy me. And the alignment shop said bring the car back in, so it's not like they're avoiding anything. They want to make sure it's taken care of. But yeah, there's a couple things I'm sure that I could do to replace, you know. Sorry, I'm not speaking English because I'm trying to merge. No, that Macan's pretty quick. Yeah, I think maybe the steering jubo, the drive shaft jubo, I think those probably could use some replacing. I'm sure that's not helping with some vibrations. Ball joints, tie rods, not sure. I'll take a look at that stuff, but we need to put $100 worth of gas in this car. All right.
Whew.
I know, right? Back in the day, it wasn't $100. All right, air off. All right, I know it's not California prices, but $539 for 91. Come on. All right. So good looking car, but we're gonna put that stock suspension back in though, because we can change to driving the CRV and then coming back to this thing rides way too stiff. So Jen and I are in agreement, stock suspension, it's going back in. I'm getting old. This undercover cop, literally, this is confusing. You can't even tell it's a cop. Look at this. That's insane. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and refilm this. I filmed this yesterday at the closing and I didn't like it, so I want to refilm it. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna swap the stock suspension back into the E46 M3. I like it lowered. I like that tuned, stiff feel. However, hitting these bumps, it's too much right now. What I think I'm gonna do is go back to a stock suspension. If I like it and I want it to be a little bit sportier, I think I'm gonna put in the Koni adjustables with either do like a dine-in setup or some Eibach or H&R springs and lower it just a little bit to get rid of some of the fender gap and for it to feel just a little sportier. I think probably the dine-in way is probably the way to go because it is tuned as a package, the Eibach with the Konis. It's not cheap, it's a couple grand. But I definitely want this to drive better. It's not fun at times, and that's not the point. If it's not fun, then I'm not driving it, and then what's the point in having it? So comment below, should I swap the suspension back to stock? And then if you like this video, hit the like button. And as always, if you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. All right, guys, see ya.